Thank you so much for joining us here on Idaho Today. The title of mom. You've all heard the saying, it's the most important job a woman will ever have. And yes, as a mom, I can say that it is. But it's not the only job that many women will ever have. And because of that, many women will say that they need better options in the workforce. It's a topic of this week's Mom Matters. Welcome to Mom Matters, created by moms for moms, a safe and non-judgmental space for women's voices to be heard. I'm joined by Genevieve Nutting, creator of the Womanist Community and mom of a bouncing baby boy. We have Christabel, life coach and former counselor and mother and grandmother. Natalie Allen, assistant news director at KTVB and mother of 4. Shannon McGuire, creator of Supreme Moms and mother and grandmother. And Shannon, through Supreme Moms, you actually funded a Gallup poll focused specifically on the state of Idaho's moms. And we're using some of that preliminary information to fuel the conversation here at Mom Matters. That information, though, on that Gallup poll, by the way, for everyone at home, comes out the weekend of Mother's Day. Perfect timing. And over the past few weeks, we've been talking about really important topics from that Gallup poll. Some of them focusing on moms are burnt out, moms need a community, moms need to be heard was our last conversation. If you missed any of them, you can find them at the Idaho Today YouTube channel and also at the Idaho Today landing page at ktvb.com. Ladies, today we're talking about a really hot topic. Moms need better work options. That's what the Gallup poll says. Okay, Shannon, I see you're already raising your hand. Let's dive in.
Yes, you know, this one is so to my heart because I founded my own consultancy about 10 years ago, and 10 years, right? And it was because I needed better options. So I kind of carved out a space for myself. So when I hear this, I go, yes, I know exactly what moms are saying and what we need and the flexibility to be who we are. I go back to what you said in one of our other segments about the work balance, work-life balance of I'm changing diapers and you need this from me. I got to do this and rush to do that. So when I think of the options for moms, especially in a post-pandemic world, we can't go back. We're not who we were. And so the typical 9 to 5 never worked. Our kids are 8 to 3 in school. We're 9 to 5 at work. What's up with that?
I left my first job. I was a former TV reporter, anchor, and I left my first job because my child wouldn't take a bottle. It had to be me, right? So I had to leave, and it was tough. But I'll go back to something someone told me. You know, you have an A team and you have a B team. Your work is your B team as much as you love it. Your A team is at home. Your A team is at home. And so I've had to navigate that, and that might look like different shifts at different times in my life because I've had a child born this year, and then 3 years later, another child born. And the work has given me, this job has given me flexibility to say, okay, I'm going to work early hours so that I can get off early because I've got to coach this, or I've got to go to this, or my child has to go to this therapy.
You have to show up for your family.
Yes, absolutely. So I felt comfortable enough here to be able to say, hey, I need this.
I too started my own business because I wanted options. And being able to be flexible was really important. I have a special needs daughter, and because of that, that takes a lot of time and mental energy. So being able to make my own schedule and it be flexible enough that I can help her with what her needs are was really important. I did work outside of the home for several years and got a nanny and did all that stuff, but I could not do it all. It was totally crazy. I don't know where in my brain I thought I could do it all. I couldn't. And I didn't have the support system around me at that time to do that. So that was a real eye-opener for me. So being able to transition out of that full-time work to having my own business and doing that on my schedule was amazing.
Moms need flexibility. We need flexibility because we have so much that we're managing. Genevieve, what were you going to add?
Yeah, oh my gosh, my mind is flooded with so much information. Like, let's have a narrow point of focus. But I think there's a couple parts that I look at. One, yes, we need the conditions of our work, the schedule, the pay, the amenities. I mean, I think that people who are making these choices should have to kind of step into the role of a mother sometimes when they're making those decisions. But now knowing the moms that I know and the conditions that they work under and the hours they're working just to be present with their children, and they're not getting sleep. I mean, we're not getting sleep anyways. You're not present with your friends, you're not present with your family, you're not present with yourself.
It's and I think we've all kind of pointed to this too. The importance of having strong at-home personal relationships means so much because it influences your work relationships as well, right? While I worked for a corporate entity, I had friends that were working for, Google and Apple, and they would go to work with their kids, and there was built-in daycare. There was doctors on their campus, so if the kid got sick, the mom would just take a lunch break, go over to the daycare, walk the kid over to the doctor, and then go back to her office. Nice, right? That's incredibly nice.
Right.
It's like, so, I mean, there are structures like that in our society. There just needs to be more.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because
There needs to
right
be so
now,
much more.
work-life balance is really dependent on how I navigate it.
Yes.
How
Exactly.
I become, the voice for that myself.
Right.
Yes.
We need more employers to be
Yes.
able to say, here's what we have to offer.
They need to hear that,
Yes.
and they need to show that they're listening, right? Yes, absolutely. Again, though, more information is going to come out on this topic in the Gallup poll on Mother's Day weekend, focused specifically on Idaho moms. For Mom Matters, we'll be back again next week. Next Wednesday, we'll be talking about moms enjoy being moms. What does that really mean? Do we? What does being mom really mean?
Yes.
That's more to come right here on Mom Matters.